Financial disclaimer. The information provided in this stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional financial or investment advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the content presented here is based on our personal opinions and experiences. Investing in stocks and other financial instruments involves risk, including the potential loss of capital. Any investment decisions you make are solely your own responsibility, and you should conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any investment choices. The content we share on this stream may not be accurate, complete, or up to date. Market conditions and financial regulations can change rapidly, and we cannot guarantee the accuracy or reliability of the information presented. We do not endorse or promote any specific stocks, companies, or investment strategies. Any actions you take based on the content of this stream are at your own risk, and we will not be held liable for any losses or damages that may occur as a result. Always remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and no investment is guaranteed to be profitable. Make informed decisions and consider your risk tolerance before investing any funds. By accessing and using this stream, you acknowledge and agree that we are not responsible for any investment decisions you make as a result of the content presented. You are encouraged to seek advice from qualified financial professionals for personalized guidance. Please invest responsibly, and only with money you can afford to lose.
Hey man, just found the next guaranteed multi-bagger.
Hey man, you found another one? What is it this time?
Come check this out.
Hey everyone, welcome to Laughing Stock. I'm Redneck Johnny. Good to be back. We had a week where both Dana and I couldn't stream. And Dana not with me today on this weekend because he's a bit busy now. So you have to wait a little bit for us to be two people on the stream again. But I thought I should stream today just because we didn't do anything in the week, you know. So I wanted to update everyone on what has been going on. Which has been quite a bit, to be honest, at least for me. And my reason for postponing my Thursday stream was that it's time, you know. I don't have too much time and I needed to update a few things now. My sheet has been a little bit broken. One of my script has been a little bit broken, so I had to fix that. Been very annoying. Now it should be fixed again. And not only that, but I've been reading a lot on swing trading and books about that, and also I've been spending quite some time actually to set up the charts so that I have the right indicators and stuff to look at, because that will be very important, of course, moving forward into that strategy. That said, though, I don't think I will moving forward into that strategy. I don't think I will use it so much today on the stream, and it might take a little bit while before you see me talk too much, but I am gonna, if we have time, I am gonna go through some tickers that I've been screening for, that I've been putting on a watch list with this swing trading strategy more in mind. So they will be a bit different than what I usually have screened for on the stream. But the reason I just don't want to dive into it straight away here on the stream is because I don't feel like I know enough yet of the strategy. I'm trying to now. I understand it and I have a good grasp of everything, you know, but I've not used it myself, so I cannot come in here and talk about how to do things when I've never used it myself. So I need to just get into it, and it's gonna come, and hopefully sooner than later, you know. But so far, yeah, I'm going through. I've been reading a book called "How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market" or something like that, I think it was. I've gone through some of the Kulamagi stuff on YouTube, taken a lot of notes, and now I'm going through the Market Wizard series. So I've been reading a lot in those series lately, which is interviews with very successful traders. Very good books in my opinion so far. And it's interesting to see that it definitely works, you know, if you understand what to look for. And so far what I've taken from it is like a lot of different strategy within swing trading works, and you need to just be specialize yourself on one chart pattern, really, so far from my understanding, and then you can become very successful at trading that one chart pattern. Of course there's more than one pattern exists, and I know a lot of the people I've been reading about and learning from uses more than one chart pattern, but I don't think you should focus on too many either. So it comes down to eventually I need to adapt the style and what I learned to my personality and how I want to do things and how my philosophy will be. And I'm sure it's going to be close to, for example, Kulamagi or something like that, who I think is he has a YouTube channel or content out, or even Twitch, which is very valuable if you take notes and stuff. So. But it's hours long videos like we do, so it takes a little bit of time to go through them. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I said, like, I don't have enough time, you know, so I had to put some time this week to do everything I wanted, which is why I had to postpone the stream. I hope it didn't cause any trouble, Fed. I'm sure we are not that important, right? But it's cool. You know, Dane and I, we love to stream, we love to do these things. So, and we love that we have some viewers now that regularly follow us. So it's you know, when we skip a session or something, I just miss it a bit. So it's good to be here on the weekend now. But yeah, I have to wait a little bit for Dane to come back. We will post updates and stuff on that situation. But all right, enough babbling. ALTO had a strong move, actually. Went up to 190, I think, but it was just testing. It fell straight back again. I think it was up 12% one day, and then it ended just like 1% up or something. Very disappointing in that day, because I was very, very positive then. But I have to say the chart looks good now. You know, the Q3 report is right around the corner now. What is it, like 1 more week? On Monday is 1 more week. I have added more. I added more of ALTO. I added that day when it was up a little bit. And that was my entire cash position I had in there. So now I put it all in there. I want to be in it before the report. It may fail. I'm perfectly understand that perfectly fine. But I don't think it should, and that's why I bought more. So I got my average down even more now. So I'm happy. I was happy before, but I'm happy now. I did manage to get a few more shares before the Q3 report. So let's see how it goes. It's definitely interesting, right? The coming month, really. So yeah, I just wanted to be transparent with that. I wrote it in the Discord server also. So if you're not in Discord, come in. We need you in the Discord as well. Yeah, I have some shares there now that I'm happy with, and you know, if it doesn't work out, I will reassess the entire thesis and probably move forward to something else. If it does work out, I'm gonna be. I can't promise this, but no, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say I'm gonna dance on the stream or something like that. I'm too stupid to do something like that. I'm not gonna do that. But maybe Dane will. Dane knows how to dance, so maybe Dane will dance on the stream. Maybe I can promise that Dane will dance on the stream if ALTO works out. I think I can promise that. So ALTO was a bit down on Friday. It held 170 now. It was been close to around 160 for quite some time. Before that, 130. So it has taken some steps up. And look at this, I have some new charts now. They look a bit different. Oh, that was the wrong... looks a bit different. Like, this is how it looks like now. I added, like, I made it look a little bit different. But the important things is that I added the 10-day moving average, the 20, the 50, and the 100. I took away the RSI because I only have a subscription that only allows me to have 5 indicators, so I had to choose because I added the ATR and the ADR percentage, which I'm going to use eventually, but not now. And I kept the MACD just because I wanted to see the trends, you know, like some of the lines. And to be fair, like I guess when I have the Bollinger Bands on still, so if you see a stock trade close to those, you know, you know that the RSI is also going to be high up. So, but I might change this a little bit as I go. I have not completely decided on how I want this to look like, but right now I kept the MACD and I got rid of the RSI. I have the volume on, of course, still, and I added, like I said, the moving averages here. And I also created like another view that looks like this. 2 charts in one view. So this is like the 1 year daily, and this is the 1 month hourly, 60 minutes. And I have to change this. This is for my swing trading strategy when I start to use it. I will have to change this on the right side a little bit from 60 minutes to 5 minutes and 1 minute, I think. And the lines here are a bit different. I'm using the exponential moving averages here, and then just the simple moving average on the other ones. But so far, this is how it looks like now. So I've been starting to use them. I've been starting to go through a lot of charts to see what I see, you know, and to note things down and try to just get experienced with this. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm very excited about it. And you know, I speak a lot with Dane, and you will see on the stream. But like I said, I'm not gonna focus so much more until I'm a bit more confident, probably before I made some trading as well, some swing trading. But I just wanted to, like, these are the updates I made. We can stick with the 1 year chart here. And I said the chart looks good, right? What I meant with that look here, this is the day I was talking about. Went up to 194, and then it closed like, what was it? Just close to 1% up or something, 174. And then it has fallen a bit after that, you know. But you can see it's surfing right now on the 10-day moving average. And now it's resting there, and let's see where it goes after this. But of course the earnings is we're close to the earnings, so I just like the trend, to be honest, but it needs I want to see it turn around here again. And it's not something like super, it's not the best looking chart you see, you know, but it's not a bad one. And like I'm not sure about this. Like I said, I'm not going to say anything for sure, but if you look at this pattern here, maybe you can say that it's like a cup and handle forming a bit, and then we want to break out here above the levels around here, you know, around 190. Maybe let's see how it goes. But I think I can see a cup and handle there, or a mug, like I like to call it. But yeah, that's what I meant when I said the chart looks good, I think. And you see the moving averages is also starting to line up well. This is not something like Kulamagi would go in and trade, I think, because the volume is too low, and it hasn't moved that much since here, you know. It needs a big move and a big trend, a big momentum for them, for him to be interested in or to get this on the screens and stuff like that. But maybe we will get that momentum when the earnings report come. Hopefully we will, and then I have positioned myself that I'm very happy with that. So Yeah, that's kind of what I talked about when I talked about the chart. And then, listen to this. I got a... You remember I said I was sending messages on Facebook to the Pekin Fire Department, or like a local fire thing there, and they replied back to me, and I actually sent a reply to Justin, who also replied back to me. So Justin was saying that it was a great idea to ask them, and he just commented a bit on how he thought the stock would do, and it was nice to get a reply from him. But yeah, I thought I should just read their response so I don't misquote anything. And they were saying to me, which I can say what I got out of the response after. They said, I just spoke with our records division. There have not been any major fires at that plant, and asked specifically for ALTO Pekin plant. Any major fires at that plant in the last several years. Any incidents have been small in scale. Hope this helps. So what I got out of that, I think, was since they said it hasn't been a fire in the last several years, we know that it was a fire last year. So it must have been small in scale, but it was big in scale for ALTO's performance. So I just assumed that, and I did this before also, I assume like they have some internal systems at that factory that shuts down fire, and so it doesn't spread too much. Like they deal with ethanol, you know, so it probably goes quickly, but the damages was already done, and Justin commented a little bit on that also, like it destroyed the yeast and stuff like that. So I assume that if there was another fire in the same type of scales, it would still be very damaging for the performance, but the fire department wouldn't know about it. I was hoping like there were some systems that they had to report in that they had the fire, and it would be recorded somewhere. That was what I was hoping. So I didn't get too much information out of that answer, other than that we can say that according to their records, it has not been a major fire there, which is good. But we would have probably figured it out. It was if it was a major fire there. But yeah, I just thought that was a bit funny actually, and I also got a reply from Justin, which I was very happy with, and he also talked about the GPRI a little bit, and I saw he tweeted on them as well. So he's, I thanked him for his work that he's done. I think he's doing an amazing job. Talking of Justin, he just posted this. I just saw this ahead of the stream today. There's an article that says that California are adopting the E15 for directing expedited approval of E15 in California. And I clicked the article, and this is what I came to. It's not the best format, but I thought I should just read through it. The Renewable Fuels Association today applauded California Governor Gavin Newsom for directing the state's Air Resource Board to expedite the approval of E15 gasoline containing 15% ethanol. California is the only state in the country that doesn't currently allow the sale of low-cost, low-carbon E15. In a letter to the CARB chair, Lyanne Randolph, today, Governor Newsom wrote, given the potential for allowing E15 gasoline to increase fuel supply and reduce gasoline prices with little to no environmental harm, it is prudent for CARB to prioritize resources that would allow for the expeditious completion of this process. Therefore, I am directing CARB to accelerate its action on this critical issue. In a related news release, Newsom stated there's a massive potential for this to be a win-win for Californians, lowering gas prices by up to 20 cents per gallon while keeping our air clean. It builds on our efforts to keep gas prices low by holding big oil accountable and helping prevent price spikes at the pump. Governor Newsom's letter cited a recent study by economists at the University of California, Berkeley, and United States Naval Academy that showed E15 could result in a 20 cents per gallon price decrease for the state's drivers, saving California families up to $2.7 billion per year. We sincerely appreciate Governor Newsom's efforts to accelerate the approval of the cleaner, greener E15 fuel blend in California, said RFA President and CEO Jeff Cooper. Not only does E15 reduce greenhouse gas emissions and harmful tailpipe pollution, but it also delivers significant savings at the pump. Allowing the sale of E15 would provide economic relief to California families, while at the same time providing important environmental benefits. Newsom's news release also highlights recent vehicles testing from the University of California, Riverside, showing that blending in gasoline would not affect NOx emissions and would reduce particulate emissions. So overall, will be good for a lot of people if this goes through, you know. And I saw a guy here, and by the way, I saw this guy. I've talked about him on the stream before. You should follow him. He knows a lot about the industry, so he posts updates there regularly. This guy showed like some, just like how many cars, I guess, in each state, and California has a lot of them. And Justin's point was like, increase the value of ALTO Western plants even further. And in my, you know, Justin has been very vocal about that. He thinks they are working on a sale, and I agree with that. And I think management knows what they are sitting on, so they are patient to get the right price for it, you know. But let's see how that goes. It's a lot of speculation. Who cares? So yeah, I just saw that article, so that was good. I think that's it for ALTO for now. But yeah, let me sum up. Like, I like how the chart looks. We're getting very close to Q3 earnings. I added to my position. It had a big spike up and fell down again, which it was a bit weird, but it didn't go up too much after that. But it has climbed up to 170, which seems to be like a little bit of a new floor. And there are also developments in the entire ethanol industry, and you should go to Justin's Twitter and check what he said about GPRE as well, because it's a little bit related to ALTO, you know. Mastercraft, another one in my portfolio. I'm getting a bit scared here. It went very close to 16. Let's check here. Here, down here, 16.13. I was considering that I had to sell out down there, but I didn't do it, and it went up to 17 again, so maybe that was like a low, I don't know. It's just been very negative after the last report. I'm monitoring. This is my smallest position. Still believe in it, but I don't want to participate in a downfall here, so I'm going to sell out if it drops, you know, to 16, or actually I was really considering to take my loss here. So far glad I didn't do it, of course, because it quickly bounced back, but I just want, I can't participate if it goes much lower than 16, I think. Participate if it goes much lower than 16, I think. And Coliseum sitting still in the boat. They have not added, or as far as I know, they have also not sold anything. We can check Whale Wisdom here. Probably no new information, right? No. And this foreigner fund as well, you know. That to me is promising, so that's like, I'm hesitant to sell because of things like this also. And of course the fundamentals, they're good. The chart there though, however, the chart doesn't look good at all in terms of what we are looking at now. Look at the moving average and stuff like that. This isn't a clear downtrend, you know. Was moving sideways here. This is where some part of here where I bought. No, I bought I think I bought no. No, I bought here, I think around 18 here on the way up. It looks ugly. The chart looks ugly, so which is also another point to why I might sell if it drops too low, because there's some things I don't start to dislike about it, but the fundamentals still look good. The thesis is the same. It might be a bit postponed now after the last report. So let's see how it develops. My smallest position, so it's not a big one at all for me. That was everything I had on Mastercraft, I think. Was there something new here that I saw? They're gonna have their report 6th of November. And then I think it was just like I didn't read this actually. You get some of this, like I think I have I think we have gone through one of these before on the stream. It's good to see, but they are not so meaningful to me. But it's good to see, like, and then you get those funds adding, which, you know, gives a little bit of confidence to the position. SSR mining is giving back a little bit of the gain. I'm very happy with it here still. I don't, and that chart looks also good. I don't care too much about how it goes. It seems to, like, it got to a new high here, you know, 650 or something. Not a new high, but since I jumped in here for 450. And you can see higher lows all the time here. It steadily goes up, and they have also earnings very soon now. Bounced off the Bollinger Band and back to the 10-day moving average. And here also you can see the lines are starting to line up as they should. And we talked about on the last stream that gold and silver and the miners are in a positive trend as well. So I'm not too worried here about my position. I really like SSRM in terms of my entry point and the thesis. However, if there's some negative news about the mine in Turkey, this will go down again to, you know, 4 probably, like where it was here. That's what I think, and they're gonna have an earnings soon, so you will get some information and updates on the situation, no matter what. Then, you know, it might be just like, oh, you have to wait a little bit more, which I'm prepared to, because the price is slowly increasing since then, you know. So but it also might be negative or positive, we don't know. So the expectations for me is, of course, that it's gonna be a little bit development in how they have done over there, and hope towards a positive side in terms of getting the mine up and running again. But it will take time, that, but you know, the price will move on the news, so take time. That's just what I'm waiting for there. But I like the chart much more here than I do on Mastercraft, for example. And yeah, they got some articles as well. Nothing too much to worry about, I think. The last one is ECDA. I'm losing money now on this one. It's below my entry position at 105, which I'm not too nervous about it. This is a low volume stock. It moves big on low volume. I don't like the chart necessarily there. But it's like this needs time. What happened now? This needs a bit time, you know. It looked a bit promising. Some positions here. But it's just a bit messy. Like this is not a chart you should look at for swing trading and stuff like that. You should get out if you look at this for swing trading, you know. But for me, that wasn't a swing trading position. It's a long-term position based on fundamentals and the growth story. And I think they have done well so far. So I'm not too worried about the price action right now. They have some updated news. I've gone through them on the stream before, but I didn't read this one. They just show a new what did they call it? New on wheels, first built for inventory classic Land Rover. We can check the pictures. These cars looks cool. Oh, what? I hope there's no like crazy pictures here now. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Let me know. Should I do it or no? You never know what is gonna come up here. Ah, phew. Well, for some people, this is, you know. I think it looks nice. Anyways, I'm not gonna sit there and look at pictures. We're always listening to what our clients wants. Let's see, they're gonna have those shops too, you know, so they're gonna have like display in the shops. I just gonna stick with that position. I'm not scared that it falls down to 101 or whatever it was now. But of course, if this, no, I'm gonna stay in it even if it drops. I don't have a stop loss here. I think I will stay in this till I get the updates on how they're gonna roll out the new models and if that's gonna be successful or not. I'm not too worried about participating in a fall here because this has the potential to be huge, I think. You know, in terms of Mastercraft, my price target there is like in the first round, $30, which is not even a double from my entry, but close. And I'm happy with that. But I'm also going to sell out quicker in a stock like that than I am in ECDA, which I think has a bigger potential on the upside. And last one, this is not in my portfolio, but PBF, you know, I've been tracking it. In terms of, you know, what I've been learning now on swing trading, like this is not a chart that looks good in terms of that. And it's in general also not a chart that looks good. But what I will say though, is that in a big downtrend for quite some time now, it seems to flatten out a bit. And maybe you get this turnaround. You can see the 10-day moving average has started to turn around a bit. And they have earnings soon too. So, but I'm just not. I decided to go into ALTO instead of this right now. That's how what was my thinking. Carlos Slim didn't agree with me. he has bought more. He has bought more, 50 million. This guy is splashing cash into this company. And I'm not going to argue against him. Probably going to be a smart decision in the long run. You know, PBF, solid company. Good fundamentals. Been struggling a bit, yeah. But I think Carlos Slim will make a lot of money on that position. So yeah, that takes me to the dashboard. which if you see in the title, I said like I'm 100% updated complete now. It's a lie, because I forgot to update my dashboard, and this is a nightmare because this will take a lot of time to update. I need to make sure that all the ETFs and stuff that I'm using are you know, correct, because I know a few of them are not. And then if I click them, I get sent to the chart, but now it's the wrong chart. I want like some more things, more indicators on it. So this is something I need to update on all the names here, which will take some time. And I completely forgot that I had to do it here until I started to use the dash again. I will do it, but I'm not there yet. What did move though on Friday was not a whole lot. I saw the weed stocks were a little bit up again. Miners got a little bit. That's probably our SSRM, like it was pulling back a little bit, you know. It was on all news. Just in sector related. Palladium up 256. I don't see so much more here right now. Solar up almost 5%. Cocoa, I'm a bit worried that this is a wrong ETF, so I need to check that. I'm not gonna check it now. Solar a bit up. Still in a downtrend though. And I'm not on the stuff that we have been doing. I'm a bit skeptical towards solar companies because they just tend to not have the best fundamentals, and there's a lot of question marks around if they will be profitable in the future and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, that was the dashboard. Let's move into the fundamental sheet then. Oh no. I was going to say, oh, phew. Both Google Sheets and Y Sheets has been a pain today. Y Sheets I spent 45, look, I have a lot of tickers up now. I spent 45 minutes before the stream to just pull in the tickers. Y Sheets was so slow today. And I think Google Sheets earlier today also was so slow, it didn't pull in everything that I'm used to. So I don't know if it's just like the weekend and they are chilling as well. But yeah, it took a long ass time to do everything today. So I hope it will work for the stream, you know. So today I'm gonna go through. I've screened for, and I kind of had to do all the screening and stuff before them because it took so long. So I had to prepare, but I didn't have time to actually go through them to just check. Sometimes I pull in like 10 and I filter out the worst ones, so I have some good ones on the stream. But I didn't have time for that today because it took so long. But the tickers from SLND to OLN are from my usual screening process. So based on 52-week lows, they are trading close to that, and the metrics. So the rest are a list that I have gathered now in terms of more momentum types of stocks that is more suited for the swing trading strategy. So my plan for the stream today was to try to go through all the ones till OLN, and then if we have some time we can just check these out and check the chart. And I want to see the updates and like the news on some of these, you know, because they are up a lot in the last, you know, half a year. So I just want to check the news and everything like that on them because I haven't been able to do that yet. But yeah, so that's the general plan for stream, and I hope I hope my script is fixed, but like I said, it took a long time for Google Sheets to work today, so this will also probably take some time. Yeah, now it works, so everything is updated and I can use it like I want to. However, I had to make a completely new one, so it erased, I copied it, but in terms of conditional formatting and stuff like that in my daily movers, it erased some of the color coding, so I just have to continue to use it, so it will build up a new database for me. So it's not a big problem. It's just like if you see me use the daily movers sheet, you will see a little bit less color there, because I haven't done so many tickers on the new one yet. SLND Southland Holding engaged in specialty infrastructure construction business in North America and internationally. The company operates through two segments, civil and transportation. The civil segment designs and constructs water pipelines, pump stations, lift stations, water and wastewater treatment plants, concrete and structural steel, outfall and tunneling. The transportation segment designs and constructs bridges, roadways, marine dredging, ship terminals and piers, and specialty structure and facilities. Southland Holdings was founded in 1900 and is headquartered in Grapevine, Texas. Isn't that where Roaring Kitty went to participate in one of the quarter reports or something like that for GME? I think I remember his Twitter was talking about that. So industrials, engineering and construction, it trades at 315, 152 in market cap. 1% to the 52-week low. So if we look at the chart then, it has had a massive drop here lately, and it took out the Bollinger Band, you know. In general, like ignore swing trading now. This is something I would have to wait a little bit to see where it lands, because this is a new... It was down a little bit more that day, so it might bounce back or go sideways here, but we don't know. So this can also drop more, you know. Seems like there was some news. No, this is old. So I'm curious to why the big drop. But let's check the fundamentals first. Has some solid revenue, right? 1.168 billion. Dilution has been not heavy, but they have diluted every year. So I don't like to see that necessarily. And they have taken, the debt has grown a little bit too. They have a big portion now of short-term debt coming, and they can't cover it with the cash position they have right now. So that's a bit worrying straight off the bat. What is good here though is that you see positive cash generation, but negative earnings. So that's something to you know be wary about. They bought some assets, it seems like. The margins, in terms of cash flow generation, the margins are positive, but like we talked about up there in terms of income and stuff like that, they are down. Costs are even up, so maybe that's because of what they have gathered in assets here. This debt here, right here, worries me a bit. I need to see what the plan is there. They do trade below book though, which is good. So I kind of like that, and the cash generation here. It's not a lot in the cash generation, but it is going steadily up, you know, at least in the last... this is a young company, so we need a little bit more. But from what we have here, we can see that maybe they are... And revenue also, okay, it was down from here, but pretty steady. I'm just thinking like... I don't love this, you know. This would need a little bit more for me in the chart. Right now, I'm not going to touch it. Also, I don't think already I will add it to the tracker, but let's see what people write and stuff like that first. There has been some insiders though, 319 over the last year, but she owns a lot of stock. And the president CEO, 10% owner. Small purchases though, but it adds up to somewhat big sum over time. So both Renlas are 10% owners as well. They own the same amount or what? Oh no. Okay. They are buying at least. That's something. And who owns in Whale Wisdom? Oh, of course. Whale Wisdom also wants to be funny today. Yeah, so those two. And this guy too. I don't know who that is, but maybe the husband or something. Hodges. Not a lot of owners. Yeah, I didn't get so much smarter looking at that stuff. They have a new contract. No interest here. Didn't provide any guidance. We need to check the depth here. Short-term depth. What? Nothing works today. What the hell? How did I mess that up again? It's this one, right? But I don't know. I guess they don't exist. Well, that's enough for me to just like move on, I think. Not interested. So we go to CPRI, which is the next ticker. If my sheet allows me to. Here goes. It's the weekend, guys. What can you do? Everyone is a bit in chill mode, you know. Capri Holdings, the science market distributes and retails branded women's and men's apparel, footwear, and accessories in the United States, Canada, Latin America, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, so all over the world. Operates through 3 segments: Versace, Jim Choo, and Michael Kors, like top brands. I think we have done them before, but since my database is erased, I need to add them again. So They are not in. No, they are not in the tracker. Good revenue. Bought back a little bit of share and then a lot of shares the last 3 years. They trade above book value. They have 172 million. Also, big portion of debt, short-term debt. They are paying down the long term, but well, they seem to have a big portion of long-term debt since 2019, where they have made a pretty large acquisition here. They took on some debt for that, I think, or something happened there at least. Book value has been declining, so that's not something I like to see. Cash generation, 3 in operating cash flow, 145 in free, which is good, but not fantastic. Earnings is down. Margins looks ugly. Costs are a bit down. You see the capex here. They spent a lot in capex here, so maybe I would like to see some development in the numbers from here, but it's actually been declining, so that's also something that stands out in a negative way. Retained earnings is good though, but this is a big portion of debt. Can I find them? Yeah, here we go. Finally some luck. So 213, you know, this number takes into account that they need to, if everything goes to hell, they need to some cash to keep the business going. So this number will always be a little bit higher than what I have in the sheet. So what is this? A lot of leases. But I'm interested in, okay, so 461. Yeah. So half or around half is our leases, which helps, of course, but this is still high. Keep in mind they only have this cash position here, which is not enough to cover the short term. So and they are generating cash, but last year was bad for them. And by the way, they trade 1% to 52-week low, and look what happened here. A 50% drop. Yikes. Bad earnings call. Vizio falls Amen Copper deal block. New short idea at Hedge Eye. Peter Rich judge's decision triggers root in Capri shares. After judge blocks 8.5 billion sale to Tapestry. There's a lot of interest here. Sorry, I'm just reading through some of these comments because you know, there's been some serious development lately in this. So you get a little bit of mixed comments. I mean, articles here and you know, ratings. I kind of agree. Like I disagree that this is such a steal at these levels. I kind of, if it drops even more, it will be interesting for me. It's a bit funny to say after a 50% drop. But imagine if earnings is shit too. It was in a nice trend as well. Look at this. And then boom, because of that was probably news of I don't know, when was the news that they're gonna sell that thing to them? It's going lower. Yeah, I think so too. And I want it lower because I don't think this is cheap enough. This is the one. And maybe then they had a sale to cover that shit, but it gets a bit more complicated now then. Hey Value, nice to see you in there, Value. I was waiting for you. Good morning. Yeah, you just woke up or what? It's 9 what do you say, 9 p.m. here where I live. How was your week, Value? I decided to stream a bit different time today because I was alone, so it works better for me at this time. Did you see CPRI 50% drop? Still in bed, 8 a.m. Sunday here. Yeah, I can understand that. Had a good week. I think I'm not gonna. I don't think I will add this to the tracker even because it's too many ifs in this one. And it seemed like a lot of people thought the judge decision was political aimed as well. So it will be hard to like navigate in that. I think. And you know the debt is real, even if half of this is leases. If they plan to get the money from that sale, and it's not gonna happen now, it's a bit tough for them. Which one had a buyer rating? I just want to see the points. Improve management is like another if, right? Oh, I see. So that was Merger would have combined the two world-leading luxury handbag makers. Okay. Where's the conclusion here? Capital Links appears to be a company whose fate has been significantly hampered by Michael Koch's management team that took on a luxury profile that it couldn't handle. The steep decline in original company Michael Koch revenues speaks to a company that couldn't successfully merge the brands and execution. Of course, if they can turn around again and you know, in August they were worth 30 at least. So if you think they can get back to that level, I mean, it's cheap here, but I'm not the biggest fan of the fundamentals here. It's not bad though. But it's just not good enough. But it has a catalyst, like, and I think I can drop lower. Let's see how that earnings goes. Maybe it comes up in the screening again. For now, I'm leaving it. Need some coffee. Have been busy this week, so I haven't kept up with much in markets. Yeah, same value. I had to update a lot of things, so I've been reading a lot too. Yeah, the week was good. Bit mixed investing wise. I was going through my portfolio in the beginning of the stream, so if you want to check it out later. But I added, I wrote in the Discord, as I'm sure you saw, that I added to ALTO. Which I'm happy about, right now at least. But yeah, the week has been busy. Been updating a lot of things, which I also went through in the beginning of the stream. Let's move to the next one, SSGH. Semiconductor. Not sure I will read all of that. It's a tech company in the semiconductor industry. Big decline in revenue. And, I'm not sure what's going on here with the shares. It looks a bit choppy up and down. Maybe it's like, what do you call it? Like management gets some shares. I have no idea what's going on here. Seems a bit choppy. So let's ignore that for now. The revenues have been taking a hit, but these are not trading so close to the 52-week lows. This is 36% to the 52-week low. You can buy them at 2085, and it's $1 billion market cap of 1.1. They trade well above the book value, but they have some nice cash generation, I think. However, earnings are still, a lot negative. They are paying down the debt. No dividend, which is good. They've sold some assets here. It shows up as safe just because of the cash generation and the book value. And they have cash here for 56, and they don't have a lot of short-term debt, so you know it seems to be no danger of going bankrupt or anything like that. So but look at the daily change though, 38% up, so that's a good that's a good move. What is going on here? This is not the ticker. I don't know what's going on. It's not German, right? The holding company. Did you see Courage and Conviction posted his returns on X? Looked very impressive. I can't find his ticker. Well, let's just move on then. Not gonna bother. I saw he posted, but I didn't go through it. Value. I saw it posted though. But I mean, Courage and Conviction is very impressive. Like he. Oh no. You see, I don't get the data here because it says 0 in share count. Sometimes it does that for Y sheets. I don't know what's going on. So how can I do anything? Let's just add it to the... That's a bit shame because this looks good. Can of course go by the 23 numbers, but I don't think I will. I've tried this before to type in the shares manually. But it just doesn't give me a lot of confidence in my number when I do that stuff. 36. Yeah, so that's the same. Let's just try this then. See, there's some stuff that it doesn't give me, so it's a bit hard, but we can get a rough idea, right? Nah, I've seen 0 in book value and all that stuff. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to say anything wrong and use the wrong numbers and stuff like that. We can see what people are writing about them though. So the 10Q seems to have been disappointing. What was the guidance? Our sales and earnings exceeded the high end of the guidance we shared with you in July. We believe consumers respond favorably to the strength of our product. Earnings in the third quarter were well above the high end of our guidance. What the hell is going on? It was down, right? So what is going on? We have maintained our prior guidance of our comp sales decline of 9 to 12%. Our down 7% retail comp in the third quarter was obviously better than this. So it's still down then, but it was just better than they feared. All right. Now let's move on. I don't have the numbers. Hopefully I have them for OLN. Looks good. Looks good so far. 5% to the 52-week low. 8% down yesterday. Big company, 5 billion almost in market cap. Look at revenues, heavy down, but look also how aggressively they're buying back shares. And they pay a dividend. And they pay down debt. Actually, sorry. The last 4 or 5 years they have paid it down, but it has increased in if you go from the last 3 years. So it depends on how you look at it. Short term 124, they have cash to cover that now. They trade at 41, 43, and they are generating cash. Like these numbers look solid, right? 17, almost 18 bucks in book value. This is basic materials. Yeah. Tiny inside ownership, almost nothing. And I mean, the metrics looks decent. It's not great. This just seems like a big... it's a bit expensive, I think. Even at 40. A clear downtrend also, and then it fell. Even if it was up here, started to climb, you know, and then it didn't break out here, and it fell on earnings. So they've had earnings as well, and so they were influenced by the hurricane. What did he say there? Okay. We're no longer going to give annual guidance, and the reason for that is because of the amount of uncertainty. So, you know, weather dependent and stuff like that. And it took a hit from the hurricane, so maybe when you look at it that way, this can be an opportunity, because it is a good, solid company, I think. But I think it's just a bit steep in the price still. Shows promising signs of recovery with growth in key markets, favorable economic trends, and strategic initiatives suggesting the potential for a rebound in the coming years. Yeah. He had a hold rating, this guy. It seems like well managed, you know. And these are recent numbers too, so I'm not interested for like a buy opportunity or something here. I think it's still a bit high, but this is such a good performing company, I think, so it may never drop low enough for me. Big ownership. What was Courage performance value? Oh. What the hell? He has deleted his thing or what? Oh, what is his name? Bud Fox here. Up 78% year to date. In my managed family account, small caps continue to be tough. It would be much easier to belong Mag 7 and mega caps, Whizbang Tech, but I'm just a simple small cap value specialist investor speculator. I only briefly bought NVDA in the 90s on the big 40% pullback. I'm not riding big tech or any of nuclear names, just old school blocking and tackling. Solid numbers for sure. The guy is a good investor, no doubt about it. Well, interesting. I think OLN is also a pass for me. Is it in tracker? I don't think it is. Oh, was it finished? So nothing then. Yeah, I'm not excited enough of OLN. It's still too expensive for me. So then let's move in. By the way, we can move into the swing trades list that I've managed, but I'm not gonna speak about like I know stuff. I'm just gonna talk about the stuff I see. And what I see today might change in a month, because I've read more and learned more. But I need to start to get experience. But EAF is in the tracker sheet. We have been talking about it multiple times in the stream. I've even been interested to take a position, which I should have because it's gone amazing. But I just want to start with that one because we know it from before. This is Graph Tech. And Dane and I has been talking about them for a long time. And they did look interesting. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't pull the trigger here. Easy to say when you know the performance, right? But it did look good on multiple things just a little bit ago. So let's start with GraphTech then. And in these companies, I have checked the charts. This is why they are there. And I think for most of them, it's not like it's buy based on the chart or anything, but it's more like, okay, this looks a bit promising. Pay attention to them, follow them for the coming, month or so, and see where the price action takes you. That's why I've added them to the list. HEG takes 8% stake. These are activist investors or what? Who are they? Big company from back out. Get blocked. Oh no. I'm not having the lock today. Anyways, they own them now. Let's check Whale Wisdom then. And then of course, check the chart. That was 5 of September, That it was here, down here. So pretty good gain since the low there. This happened 7 of October. That was actually on this day. But look at this, in terms of the lines lining up now. And it's building higher lows. It went below the 10-day moving average here. I think this needs a little bit more time, but at the same time though, is it breaking out here at these levels? You know what I mean? Will this just continue to go up? I think in general, I would like to see it, go sideways for a longer time period. But it will be interesting to see where it goes on Monday. 8% up on Friday. Yeah, so just have turned the business a little bit more promising, I think, and investors are, look at this though. You know, they have been struggling. But no short-term debt. They have a lot of debt here on the long-term side. Not a big owner, 10% owner. But I mean, you know, Dane and I sniffed on this a while back, and of course, easy to say now, but obviously we should have bought. This looks, this has been performing very well since then. It could go higher, this one, I'm sure. I know EAF is in the tracker sheet. What the hell? They've had some reverse splits or something, or what? Oh no, because I added them in beginning of 23. So they dropped heavily since then. I added them around here. And said I wanted them below 4, which I got. And I know I've been checking them in the tracker for quite some time. I know they were performing like proper bad. And you know, a lot of these metrics does look good, but now you have some momentum, you have some switch in the story, which has been in their favor so far. No, I just like it. I like it on the chart. I like it on the fundamentals here. I mean, maybe not so much more now, but when Dane and I spoke about it last time, it was, of course, probably the time we should have pulled the trigger on them. Okay, let's go to some of the other ones. I'm not gonna, or maybe I will, because I'm just interested to see if there's some news on these ones, and then just go through the chart. So then the fundamentals doesn't matter too much on these ones, and also there's industry and everything like that. It's purely based on the chart. And straight off, I have no. Oh, this one I added. Not. I don't think it was yesterday that I added these ones. It was. I don't even remember, but I have to say though, this doesn't look so good now. Not sure why I have this, to be honest. Let's hope I haven't made any mistakes, like put in the wrong tickers or something. Here, this looks better. So you see a clear move up, big volume here. And it's a double from summer. And right now it's like it's probably gonna been drawn back a little bit. Yeah, I think this, like I started out saying, this is not a time to buy according to what I have been learning so far. Now you need to give it some time and see where it goes. What you want is a pullback and a move sideways where it starts to create higher lows and it goes into a tighter channel for quite some time. That can take up to 6 months or something like that. Hopefully shorter time, you know, earnings coming up here. And then if it starts to break out and actually does break out, that's when you pull the trigger. That's what I've been learning so far. So this is nothing like oh, this looks so good that I have to buy it right now. That's not the point of this. But I wanted to check the news because I didn't do that when I added them. On data for lung cancer ADC drug, so it's up on promising news on their drug. Positive result from a phase 1 study of his antibody drug in the treatment of advanced small cell lung cancer. Study showed an overall response of 74% among patients administered the treatment. The drug is being tested on patients who have had at least one prior platinum-based chemotherapy regimen. Well tolerated with no patient discontinuing treatment due to treatment emergent adverse. So it's just a promising development on their drug. So that's why it's up. And then you get, look at this volume, and it's 4 times the volume that you usually have. I reached the same height back here. So let's see. I'm not going to do anything with this now. GBX is the next one, and I can just type it in here. Probably this one. Not a big volume move. Same here. It's way too high now. So this is just something, and it seems like that's on positive earnings. Annual report. So yeah, here. $192 beats by 52 cents. Revenue 1.1 billion beats by 80 million. So a big earnings beat. No comments. Nothing. What is this though? Industrial Railroad. And no comments. But I'm sure, like, did they have some guidance then on the earnings? Yeah. As you may have seen in our earnings release earlier today, we issued guidance for 2025. Michael will provide more color shortly, but you can expect enhanced aggregate gross margin from 24 levels and strong bottom line results by leveraging the operational efficiency we have achieved and remain highly focused on execution. Fourth quarter, which surpassed expectation and led to finishing the year on a strong note. We continue to execute our multi-year strategy and believe our results demonstrate the benefit of our diligent focus on our strategic plan. We are well on our way to doubling recurring revenue by 2028. This is from a starting point of 113 million 18 months ago. New railcar deliveries of 22,500 units to 25,000 units. Revenue is expected to be between 3.35 billion to 365 billion. So it's just like strong promising news, and this is what Kulamagi is actually saying. Like he loves when the fundamentals and the chart merge together and creates a good story, and he loves when they have like big earnings beats, but preferably like triple digit earning beats or earnings. So this is one just to watch, I think, and but let's see where it goes. It's way up here, you know. Where was it? GBX. Just seems like this can move even higher, and then you need to wait and see where it takes you. That's what I think. Like I said, most of them will be like that you need to wait a bit, but that's why I have created a watch list. This is a bit all over the place here. But up quite a bit from September, you know. So big moves in September, and the lines here are lining up now to be in the right position. However, it's a bit choppy right here, you know. This broke below the 20-day average, moving average here, and right now it's found some support on the 10-day, but who knows where it will go from there. This needs a little bit time as well to see where it goes. But if it starts to maybe create some, you know, high lows here, and then takes out, you know, this value like 106, maybe that's an interesting position. But the volume isn't too heavy. Big number on the ADR percentage, which is what Kulamagi says he loves it when they are, you know, high there. But I didn't see in the fundamentals, couldn't find much. 5% in the aftermarket. So no news. No news, that's a bit. And it started in August, so that was the last quarter report. Terminate merger agreement. Very little news on this one. All right. This has some inside buys in the last 12 months, but a lot of selling too. You, Harry, with the one purchase of 1,928,000. So he's almost double his money on that. Look at this. Now that's look at the volume too. This looks like this is in a massive trend, you know. What are they doing? Quantum computing system. Okay. Fundamentals doesn't look great though, but let's check the story here. And once again, this is like way above the moving average here, the 10-day. You would have to give it some time and space to consolidate, and then check the next pull it makes, you know. New contract with US Air Force. So is that from September? Yeah, pretty much. But he moved before that. He moved before that news. That was in 27th of September. That was here. He moved a bit before that, you know. And then boom, gapped up, pulled back almost to the same level, and then it has been climbing steadily since. And the insider bought there, right? No, he probably bought back here, but he bought at that price, like $9. When did he buy? He bought in March. Yeah, he bought back here, so. Alright. So what is this contract about? The contract will be delivered over 4 years. Yeah, like the fundamentals does look great. I agree with that, but at least from what I see. But this is what can turn around, I guess, with more business. But you have to ignore that stuff a little bit now with these things. Like you can't. How can you argue with with this movement? All right, so we figured out then we have done EAF. I'm not sure if I can do all of these today. I think I have to finish the stream soon. We can do a USAS, and then we can leave these ones till another time. AEHR, maybe I will do them before we shut down the stream. Just because if I remember correctly, they looked one of the best charts that I saw, but I might be wrong about it. Let's check it later. 46 cents. That's another thing though. I need to adjust the screening methods, because I think I should have stocks trading around $1 when it comes to this. Big move. And multiple days now with pretty large volume versus, you know, the average volume here. pullback now, so let's see where it goes. What is the news though? This was on this. So that chart looks promising. You just need to give it time and track it. Right now on the found some base here on the 10-day moving average. Let's see on Monday where it goes next. Let's do AEHR then, and then I think I will finish the stream after that. Trades at almost 17 bucks, 500 market cap. Decline in revenue from last year. Steady share count. Operating and free cash flow has dropped, but earnings is up. 9% move on Friday. They have cash. They have no debt almost, so they are covered here. 30 cents in net excess cash, which you like to see. Margins are up. Costs are a bit down, but still. Semiconductor, okay, tech company. 9% inside ownership. Check it here. Look at this volume here compared to what they usually have. That was on 11th of October. That was on earnings. Henrik Alex has written about them. Seems like they are growing, you know. They're gonna have some dilution, and I think chart is starting to line up here, but this is nothing. I think I thought it was better when I pulled it off, but it is in uptrend also. I have to track it and see where it goes, but it wasn't as promising as I thought. Maybe the news was. I don't remember. Oh no, now I remember. It was one of those that also had good metrics. No, I clearly don't remember because everything I say is wrong. So don't listen to me. Yeah, it doesn't have good metrics. So I don't know. I confused it with something else probably. Anyways, the chart does look promising. You need to give it more time. It's like I said, none of these are. The reason I pull them up is not because there's an immediate buy on any of them. It's just more like to track track to see where it goes. Okay, I think that's it for me today. It was good to drop in again, and I'm not sure if Dane gonna be on Tuesday. We'll post updates about it. I will try to do Thursday again this coming week, and then let's see in a week's time what we do on the weekend. But yeah, getting close to Q3 for sure now for Alto. So let's see how it turns out. In a week, I will be probably a bit nervous because the earnings, according to what I have found out, is on 4th of November. So that will be a Monday. Yeah, good. Thanks for everyone who stopped by, and value for using the chat. I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good week till I see you again. So yeah, take care. Bye bye.